Hello, 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 you guys. I am 5 minutes late because I was on the wrong page, but now I'm here on the right page. So hopefully you found me on the right page. And okay, I told you I'm going to be talking about this thing about time because I know that you have had this going through your mind. There is so much that you need to do and not enough time in which to do it. But I'm going to tell you the number one thing that you have got to do today so that you can get out of this time trap. Because if you don't get this one piece in place, you're going to stay in the struggle. You're going to stay drowning in your sea of to-do lists. And like I said, I was on the wrong page before. Now I'm on the right page. So I'm going to say all of my spiel again before we get into it. So first of all, thank you for joining me live. Thank you for coming over here on this page. If you're watching me live, let me know that you're here. I love when you participate. I love hearing from you. I want to know what the struggle is that you're dealing with today when in regards to time, in regards to your dream. Hey, we're all here in the right place now. Let me know that you're here in the right place. I'm so glad that I took the time to look at my page to see that I wasn't live on the right page. But we're all here in the right space. If you're here with me live, let me know that you're here. If you're watching me in the replay, let me know that you're watching the replay. Ask your questions because I want to answer them. I will make sure and come back and answer them later. And while I'm talking about time and the number one thing that you got to do, if you know someone that can use what I'm talking about, then, go ahead and spread this like jam over your peeps. Excuse me, let them know what it is they've got to do to get stuff done. Because I know that it can feel like you don't have enough time. And before I go any further, if you don't know who I am, my name is Ella Glasgow, and I am the Dream Igniter, and I help creative female entrepreneurs to pursue their creative dream without feeling like a burnt out sellout, so they can finally make money from their creativity. Yes, it's possible. It can happen. Hey, Ava. I know, right? Woohoo! It's possible. You can do this thing. But it can seem crazy to be able to try and make your dream happen when it feels like there's so much that has to be done. And this was the question that I asked you guys. What was that last week? I said, what was the biggest excuse for you not making things happen? And you said one of the biggest excuses is time. There's so much to do and so little time to make things happen. And so your dream just doesn't become a reality. But here's the thing that I need you to know. I want you to know, and I know that you know this somewhere deep inside you, you know this, but I'm just going to bring it to the surface. As much as it feels like the people that you're watching make their dreams happen, and as much as it feels like they're just getting so much done, and it feels like they've got like 35,000 hours in their day, we all only have 24 hours. We all only have 24 hours in the day. But there is one thing that is separating those people that are making things happen from you right now. Hey, Ada. There's one thing, and I'm going to tell you what that one thing is. It is, are you ready? Are you ready? If you're ready, I need a fireworks show. I'm ready. Tell me, yes, I'm ready. Don't make me wait any longer. What's the one thing that I have to do so I can finally get this stuff done? Because I want to make my dream happen. Let me know. What is it? Okay. Ava, you want to know. The number one thing that you really have to do is that you have got to be clear on what it is that you want. You got to be clear on what it is that you want, because the thing is, without that clarity, you are seriously wandering aimlessly, and you're caught up in the world of everyone and everything else. And if you could only just take the time, I know the time to get clear on what it is that you want, then you can finally prioritize your to-do list, because clarity is what allows you the luxury of time. It allows you to prioritize in a way that you just cannot without it, because without clarity, the way is fuzzy and everything seems like it's important. But when you know what you want, the way is suddenly made clear and your next steps reveal themselves. And sometimes it feels like magic. That is what my students have said to me. When I take them through the process that I teach to get people clear on what it is they want so that their vision is clear and they have what I like to call a plumb line, they tell me that it's magic. But the thing is, it's not magic, it's law. It's just universal law. Because when you're clear, you have to see the next step. There's no other choice because there's literally nothing else clouding your view. But I can understand that. Do you guys, are you hearing me on that before I go any further? Are you hearing me on that? The number one thing that you need to make your to-do list shorter is clarity. It's honestly clarity on what it is that you want. But sitting down to actually create that vision can seem really daunting. It can seem like that's more time that you're going to have to waste to another thing that you have to do. I mean, who has the time to sit down to get this done? But here's the thing, if you cannot take the time to sit down and get clear, then you're going to continue spinning. That's just it. That's just it. Can you hear me on that? Does that make sense? You have got to take the time to sit down and get clear on what it is that you want. But I can hear you saying, I can hear you saying in my head before you write it down, I've got this vision and it's still not popping for me. No, I'm going to tell you, you don't have a vision. You have a goal. And I'm going to tell you the difference between a vision and a goal. Because a goal, do you know the difference between a vision and a goal? You've got to know the difference between a vision and a goal. Let me know. Let me know. Do you want to know the difference? Here's the difference. A goal is losing weight by summertime. A goal is growing your mailing list to 500 people. A goal is finishing your writing project in 30 days. A goal is getting to New Zealand next season for a 10-day vacation. Those are goals. They are not the vision. They are not the vision. I'm going to tell you what vision is according to Merriam-Webster, okay? This is what Merriam-Webster defines vision as. Something seen in a dream, trance, or ecstasy, especially the supernatural appearance that conveys a revelation. Hey, Josh! A vision is a thought, concept, or object formed by the imagination. A vision is your dream. That's what Merriam-Webster defines vision as. And the vision is that big, crazy thing that you dreamed up in your imagination to do. The goals are the steps you take to make that vision a reality. Are you hearing me on that? The vision is the big, crazy dream that you have in your imagination to do. That big, crazy thing that when you look at it, it's so huge, and sometimes it can feel so massive, and it can feel so fuzzy. And when you try and talk about it to people, they're like, we don't get you, and you can't do that. That doesn't make any sense. That's the vision. The goals are the steps that you take to make that vision a reality. And I'm here to tell you that if you will sit down and take the time to make that big vision that you've been trying to tell people about, or that someone has told you that you cannot do, that you put on a shelf long ago and you went and got into yourself a survival job because your vision was something that you couldn't see how to make happen. I'm telling you right now, if you will sit down and get clear on that vision, then you will finally be able to make the steps toward that vision and make it a reality. But if your vision is fuzzy, if it stays unclear, if it stays blurry, it's hard to know what goals to set to make it real. And you find yourself swimming in that sea of to-do lists and never getting anything done. I don't care what the to-do lists are for. I don't care if it is for a small vision or a big vision. I don't care if the to-do list is even for a vision that is not for you. Maybe it's for somebody else. Maybe it's for your job, at work, whatever. If you're not clear on what is wanted for those steps, then you are going to continue spinning. When you have what I like to call a plumb line to your vision, it becomes so much easier to recognize what really needs to be done versus the things that are simply the time wasters and distractions. Are you hearing me on that? If you're hearing me on that, can you give me some stuff like, I want to see pew, 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 pew. Is that making sense to you? Are you hearing me on that? And what about what I'm saying today? I saw that Ada said clarity. She's loving that thing about clarity. What else? Are you having some fireworks go off in your own brain about your vision right now and the fact that it may not be clear and the fact that that may be the reason why you've not been getting things done? Because you're not clear on where it is that you're going. Therefore, you're not clear on what steps you need to take. Therefore, you've thrown a whole bunch of steps out there and none of them are moving you forward. Yeah? So here's the bonus thing. And I was just talking about this with somebody yesterday. After you've got that plumb line and you've got the steps, there is still one more piece. So I said number one thing. So the number one thing is vision and being clear on your vision, what it is that you're doing, what it is that you want, why you're going there. Being clear on that. Here's the bonus. Once you've gotten clear on your vision, oh, I see things happening down. Oh my goodness, I see things happening. Hey, Annie. I see things happening. Now I've got it. I forget I have to scroll. I get so excited about what I'm talking about for you guys. I forget I have to scroll and then I can see your comments. But the bonus thing, once you've gotten clear on your vision and you know what it is that you want, Annie knows about this. The main thing that I see people struggling with when it comes to getting things done after this, the other piece, the clarity of vision, right after that, like tying at a close first, second is consistency. Y'all, consistency is the key. Because if you are not consistently taking the steps and doing the things that you need to do to bring that vision into reality, you are going to find yourself at a loss. And you are going to find yourself wondering why, well, I did this one thing one time, but nothing happened. So it must not be possible for me. Because after doing it that one time, it didn't work. So everyone was right. I can't have my big dream. Y'all, it doesn't work that way. You have to continually take the steps. You have to continually take the steps, but the steps won't come until you're clear on your vision. You've got to be clear on the vision first. Hold on, I got to read what you guys are saying. Some people okay, Ada's saying this, you guys. Some people tend to get overwhelmed by ideas and visions I may have labeled as complex makes me feel like I'm crazy and wasting my time on unrealistic things. Ada, okay, girl, I hear you. I hear you. And I'm going to tell you that there is a way for you to take the complexity out of your vision. Because the thing is, the reason why it feels complex right now is because you're still fuzzy. You're still fuzzy. Your dream is still so huge, and I want the dream to be huge, but you haven't gotten the goggles on, as my son says, the Umi goggles, to get real clear on what that dream and that vision actually is, so that you can talk about it in a way that makes sense to people. Yeah? So I'm going to tell you something about my own vision and what it is that I do. So I've already told you guys, you know, I help creative entrepreneurs to get clear on what it is that they want, so they don't have to have such a struggle with their creative dreams, right? Here's the thing. As much, if you've known me for any length of time, if you're new to me, then you may not know this about me. The majority of my life, I've been a singer. Okay? That was a part of my dream. But the reality is, since I was about 15 years old, maybe a little bit younger, I have always been helping people reach for their highest goals. When I was 15, I didn't know that it was called a coach. I just, you know, loved helping people reach their potential and go beyond what they felt they could do and be really awesome at what it was that they were doing, to the point that they were like, oh my God, I didn't know that I could do that. I've always loved doing that. It's what I love doing. Now I know it's called coaching. It's what I do. So when I'm working with people, helping them to get clear, not only does it help. You're hungry. Little man is hungry, y'all. Let me tell you, the struggle is real. The boy is always hungry. Hold on just a second. Hold, please. Quinn, you can go into the refrigerator and get a cheese out of the drawer. Leave the door open. Leave the door open, please. Open the door. He's closed it. Thank you. You guys, remember last week I talked to you about excuses. It would be really easy to make excuses to not get the stuff done when you've got a little 4-year-old to watch. But did you get the cheese, bud? Oh, in the refrigerator. Open the door to the refrigerator. Hold on just a moment, everyone. Open the door to the refrigerator. Go down into the drawer on the other side. Do you see them? Oh. Oh, said yes, I see them. You got it? Okay. He's getting the cheese, y'all. Okay. So anyway, that's a part of my big vision. Okay? I love helping people. I love helping you be clear on what it is that you want, so that you can see how great you really are and go beyond what you thought you could do. Okay? That's what I love. Do I still sing? Yeah, I still sing. I was just doing it last week. Okay? I still do that. But I had to get clear for myself too on what it was that I want and what it was that I do, so that I can articulate this to you all and let you know. So here's the thing that I want you to do. I want you to know, Ada, talking to you and to anyone else about this as well that has the same issue that Ada was saying, that Ada said that she's got so many ideas and people get overwhelmed by her ideas and her visions, and it makes her feel like a crazy person and like she's wasting her time on unrealistic things. If you feel like Ada does, I want to let you know that I do have a process that I take people through to help them get clear on that. And I would love to talk with you personally about that. I want to talk with you personally. So I am making myself available to you to have a conversation personally, just you and me on the phone, talking about your dream and what you can do to start making your vision, your ideas that you have in your head that you feel like are making you crazy, getting them into something that makes sense so that you can make your dream a reality, so that you can know that your dream is not crazy, so that you can take this dream that you may have put on the shelf, take it off of the shelf, and turn that dream into the reality. Okay? I'm making myself available to you. I'm going to put the link to my calendar into the description, and I'll put it in the comments so that you guys can reach out to me, schedule some time with me so that we can talk about your dreams and what we can do together on your dream team to make your dreams real. All right? Cool? Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy that you were here live with me, and thank you for being okay as I was helping my son get cheese. And there's something that I want you to remember. I need you to remember this, brave ones. Remember, no one has to be brave alone. You do not have to be brave alone. You do not have to walk this road to your dream alone. I am here for you. I'm making myself available to you. So reach out to me, brave one. I will see you later. Go dream.